On today's show, Chelsea wins the FIFA Club World Cup. Cole Palmer outclassed Nuno Mendes. The Osimhen transfer saga continues. CAF Women's Championship enters its quarter-final stage. Will Super Falcons be able to overcome the informed and stubborn Zambian ladies? Please stay tuned for more. Don't go away. Hello! Welcome once again to our YouTube channel, First 11. Today we'll be talking about the finals of the FIFA Club World Cup. The FIFA Club World Cup that started 3 weeks ago came to an end on Sunday. What a surprise. I have with me today Kenny, who will be reviewing all that went down on Sunday between Chelsea and PSG. So, Kenny, what is your take concerning the finals of the FIFA Club World Cup? A surprise. You never gave Chelsea a chance, but you were
Ah,
surprised. I
you
told you,
know, it
I said, please
it
cut
was
Chelsea some slacks. They might
it
surprise
was
you.
it was a very big one for Chelsea on Sunday. They confounded all bookmakers and predictions. Even us here, we gave the majority of the opportunities to Paris Saint-Germain, but Chelsea said no, that they are also in it to compete, and they did very well. They did that. They suffocated Paris Saint-Germain on that day. They used all all their strength and they prevailed 3 goals to 0. In fact, they scored all their goals in the first half. They took the
The
game to
game,
Paris Saint-Germain.
the game was actually 4-1 in the first half. In the game, yes, in the early part of the game, do you think that the game would have gone differently because decided he had a chance? He could have just
Yeah,
shoot that ball on target, but
would have
decided
just
to
he
pass the
decided to
ball,
pass.
and Cucurella read it well and cut the ball
Yes,
short.
that's actually, if that chance had been taken, it would have changed the course of that game. Because at that point, it was still nil-nil. At that point,
Yes.
it was nil-nil. But after that, Chelsea took the lead and they extended it, and then they extended it further. Cole Palmer was outstanding. He took
Of
the game
course,
by
he
the scruff of
was.
the neck.
Mm.
In fact, before he scored his goal, he had an opportunity. He took it just a bit wide. But the second time, he played it on the ground. And the second goal, too, he played it just very similar goals. And they exploited Nuno Mendes, who was always trying to attack. Malo Gusto and Rhys James on that right wing. They played very well to exploit that space where Nuno Mendes left behind. And Kvaratskhelia was unable to cover for him. So what we saw was a very, very tactical game from the Chelsea coach, Maresca. He followed his
And
plan
then,
to the letter, and what we saw was a good result for Chelsea.
yes, in our previous preview, you never gave Sanchez a chance, and from the game
He had a
itself,
fantastic game, I
Sanchez had
must
a
say. He
fantastic
had a
game.
fantastic. He was
Yes,
calm. He
he
distributed very
saved
well.
Chelsea.
His distribution was on point. He saved from Dembele. He saved from Doué. And I must say,
Also,
PSG were also missing.
he contributed to two of the goals that we scored.
Yes, with his distribution.
Yes,
Yes,
with
we
his
mentioned that his
distribution.
distribution was very, very important. He saw the space that Nuno Mendes was leaving behind, and he was playing his passes into that space, which gave Chelsea their second goal and a lot more chances. He was very instrumental to that victory. So maybe Chelsea's search for a new goalkeeper, he has ended that debate, or maybe not. I will leave that to the Chelsea hierarchy.
So there is very good question I want to ask. So what tactics? What did you think that Maresca did differently on Sunday against PSG? Because everyone gave the game to PSG even before the kick of the ball.
Yeah, so what I think is that from the beginning of the game, you discover that each time PSG starts their game, they kick the ball into the throwing of their opposition so that they will initiate the press.
The pressing,
But
yes.
Maresca was able to defeat that tactics by returning the ball back to them. Then, secondly, Maresca looked to get the first goal. He knows that Paris Saint-Germain have never been in a position. They are not used to recovering from getting the
From
first
goal
goal
down.
against them. Yes, he knows that. So that was one of the objectives of Chelsea going into that game. They sought to get the first goal of the encounter, and they did that. And kudos to them. PSG never recovered. Then also, One of the things Maresca did, and he did very well, and his players executed it to the letter, was that space in behind Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes struggled throughout the game. Remember that going into the game, he's one of the best players of the tournament so far. He's had a very good tournament. In fact, he has been rated by pundits as the best left back in the world. But all the goals came from his
Came from,
side of the
yes, he was
pitch,
running head
and
skelter
we
that
saw
day.
how Maresca exploited the space. That was key to Chelsea's victory.
You said we saw Maresca exploited what?
Yeah, I said Maresca exploited the space behind Mendes, and that was key to the victory of the Chelsea boys. Kudos to Enzo Maresca.
Yes, kudos to Enzo Maresca. So, what do you think about Chelsea now? Do you think differently?
I think the addition of Joao Pedro has actually changed a lot of the narrative for Chelsea. Joao Pedro in
And
front
Dilap,
of the attack, leading the attack of Chelsea now means Chelsea now have a very good chance of scoring goals. Nicholas Jackson, who has been leading the line for Chelsea and bringing frustrations to the Chelsea team as well as the Chelsea fans. I think Chelsea is going into the new season with so much confidence. I think Chelsea's prospects have improved, and I think if Robert Sanchez can maintain his form that he showed in the final, I think the sky is the limit for the Blues.
yes,
I think Chelsea is going to compete in the Premiership and the Champions League. They are going to compete very well.
yes. And do you
They are going
think Nicola Jackson? Do you think he still has a space in this team?
Well, I don't think Jackson has been given 2 years. He was untouchable for the past 2 seasons, and I don't think he has done his chances any good. I think he has wasted his chances. Now Chelsea have brought in two goal scorers, and in the form of Pedro and Delap. So I think the best thing for Jackson to do at this point is to look for another club or try to fight his way back into contention.
Yes. So during the game, immediately after the referee blew the final whistle, we saw a commotion in the field. Luis Enrique and some of the players, they were fighting. What do you think? Why do you think that Luis Enrique lost his head at the end of the game? Do you think it's a sore loser?
Well, I really don't know what happened in that brought in that fracas, but a lot of people have said it's due to frustration of losing in the finals.
It was
Got
unexpected. It was
yeah,
unexpected.
their unexpected defeat. So, well, Paris Saint-Germain should just take heart and focus on doing well next season. They've had a very good season so far, so they have nothing to be angry about. That's what I can say about that.
They've done well for themselves this season.
Yes, they've
So,
done well. They've
yes,
done so
so
well.
they have nothing to
Winning
be
their first Champions League in their history. They've had the
exactly.
best season in their history.
Exactly. So, congratulations to all Chelsea fans. No
Mm,
one gave the Chelsea team a chance in that game. Everyone
yeah.
predicted that PSG was going to win, but Chelsea team proved otherwise. So, congratulations to all Chelsea fans. The first winner, FIFA Club World. That is good. So, Kenny, we'll be talking about the recent transfers. We have a lot of transfers in the market. We have Gokores, we have the unending saga in the Osimhen's transfer. What do you think? What do you think is the problem between Galatasaray and Napoli? It appears that Napoli, they are playing the Pharaoh's game. They don't want to
They are
let
playing the hard ball.
Osimhen go. So I don't know. What do you think about the transfer saga currently
Victor
ongoing between
Osimhen
Napoli and Galatasaray?
has a release clause of Victor Osimhen has a release clause of 75 million euros in his contract. Galatasaray are willing to pay 40 million this summer, and then they will pay the balance of 35 million euros in 2027. Napoli wants that 35 million to be paid next year, next summer. And in addition to that, they also want a sell-on clause of 20%. And Galatasaray is trying to negotiate. They don't want that sell-on clause to be included in that to their payment in 2027. So that's where they are at this moment. Remember that Osimhen has an agreement has agreed personal terms with Galatasaray, and he had a fantastic season with them last season that just ended. Very fantastic season. He won the double and he scored so many goals. He scored over 30 goals for them last season. So we are watching, we are seeing as the saga unfolds. I think before the end of this week, we should have an end to that controversial transfer.
Okay, we hope so that Osimhen faces career with
His
Galatasaray.
career.
He actually had a good season at Galatasaray last season. So we hope that that agreement is finalized because he has refused to go to Hilal. Yes, they came for him.
Yeah.
And the Napoli president actually wants him to go there. But because Hilal, they are willing to pay the 75 million cash. But
Yeah.
Osimhen is not ready to go to Saudi Arabia for now. And I
Review.
think that he's still very young. He still has some things to prove in Europe. So let's see how the transfer market, let's see how it goes. Then we also have the ongoing CAF Women Championship currently taking place in Morocco. The group stages has been finalized, and we have all the teams for the quarter finals. Currently, the Super Falcons, they are not doing too well in that competition. They are now in the quarter final stage, and all the teams that have qualified for the quarter final stage are South Africa. We have Morocco. We have Nigeria. We have Mali. We have Ghana. Then we have Algeria.
Zambia.
Then we have Zambia. These are the 8 teams that have qualified for the quarter finals of the CAF Women Championship. In the quarter finals, we have Morocco taking on Mali. Morocco top its group. Then we also have Algeria taking on Ghana. Algeria came second in Nigeria's group. Then we have Nigeria taking on Zambia. Then we also have South Africa taking on Senegal. So these are the fixtures and the quarterfinal matches. So I hope that Nigeria will be able to withstand the firing power of the Zambia national team, because the Zambia national team, they've been performing well in this championship so far. But the Nigerian team, their performance so far has been very poor. So we hope that
I think their last game ended in a 0-0 draw.
yes,
I think a lot of the African countries have started coming up. They are investing in women football, and I think it's reflecting in the results. And a lot of teams have started competing. We have Senegal, we have Equatorial Guinea, and the likes. Even Zambia. We have South Africa, we have Ghana. They are coming up in women football, but we still expect Nigeria to win regardless. We expect Nigeria to achieve that victory at the end of the competition.
It's
So
going to be a
see how it
difficult
goes.
game. Nigeria's game against Zambia is going to be a very difficult game. Zambia, they have been in this competition. They have not lost a single game, and they have 2 world-class strikers. The African Footballer of the Year is in Zambia. So Zambia, if they have a half chance, I'm sure they will take it. But Nigeria, they've been having problem in their striking position. They've been playing not too badly, but the striking position has been very poor. So I think if they are able to sort out whatever issues they are having tactically, maybe probably they will be able to withstand Zambia on the 18th of July. So we wish the Super Falcons all the best in this year's CAF
competition
Women's Championship. For the Super Falcons, they have tagged this CAF Championship as their Mission X because they have won 9 titles. So winning this title will make it 10 titles. So we hope that they're able. Yes, we hope that they're able to achieve this and accomplish their mission X. So thank you, viewer. Thank you for staying tuned. We have come to the end of today's show. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And please help our YouTube channel to grow. Thank you, and see you on our next video. Goodbye.
Thank you.